Something easy before something heavy. The best free guide to eating and hearing music in this city is sitting online right now, and today is the day to use it. I'll tell you why at the end. But first, this is CLT Daily. I'm Steve Babulis. It's Tuesday, August 18th, your independent daily briefing for the Queen City. Today, Queen City. Nerve is gone. Charlotte's independent alternative paper shut down yesterday after nearly 8 years. I want to tell you how it died, because the reason isn't the one you'd guess. Start with where it came from. In 2018, Creative Loafing Charlotte laid off its staff. Some of them didn't leave town and didn't leave the work. They started their own paper, Ryan Pitkin editing, Justin Lafrancois publishing. They covered local government, arts, music, food, and culture, the stuff that tells you what a city actually is. Less than 2 weeks ago, they stopped printing but said they'd keep going online. Yesterday morning, they announced they were done, effective immediately. Now why? There was a buyer, a local media company was interested, and there was a letter of intent. Then the person driving it left that company mid-negotiation, and it collapsed. Pitkin's words, "There was a letter of intent, that's as far as we got." But the buyer wasn't the cause, it was the last chance. Here's the cause. Queen City Nerve's advertising came heavily from arts organizations, theaters, galleries, venues, festivals. Federal arts funding got cut. Those organizations lost money. When an arts nonprofit loses funding, the ad budget is the first thing it kills. So a cut in Washington landed on a Charlotte theater, the theater stopped advertising, and a newsroom that had nothing to do with any of it closed. That's the part worth sitting with. We talk about local news dying because of Facebook and Google. This one died because its advertisers were the arts. Now the disclosure because you deserve it. This show is an independent Charlotte outlet. Queen City Nerve was, in a sense, a competitor. And I'm telling you, the field got smaller, and that's bad, not good. And here's what Charlotte actually lost. Not headlines. The Observer and WFAE will still cover City Council. What goes is the second look, the story nobody assigned, the band nobody had heard of, the rezoning in a neighborhood with no lobbyist. That doesn't get absorbed by whoever's left, it just stops. 8 years. One buyer that didn't close. A funding decision made a few states away. All right, here's what else you need to know today. First, a story I've been on since the 3rd of this month. North Carolina's new budget makes the state's license plate reader program permanent, not a pilot anymore. The State Bureau of Investigation can keep putting flock cameras along state rights-of-way indefinitely. The scale, as of March, 140 camera locations, 17 agencies, 152.7 million plates scanned, 75 more locations pending. 2 things about that. Lawmakers made it permanent before the SBI's own final evaluation of the pilot, which isn't due until October 1st, and the permanent version reports less than the pilot did. The annual report no longer has to disclose the total plates captured or how often data was held past the 90-day limit. And the misuse cases cited in that debate are ours. A Charlotte-Mecklenburg officer who illegally accessed flock data. A Mooresville officer who ran 31 searches tracking her boyfriend's ex-wife. I told you about both. They're now part of the record for a program the legislature just made permanent, with less public reporting than before. Second, the heat. Yesterday was forecast to rival July 2nd as the hottest day of the year. For context, the research group Climate Central found Charlotte now gets about 20 more days a year with a heat index above 90 than it did 47 years ago. Storms arrive later this week. Now, as promised, Queen City Nerve's website is still up. 8 years of Charlotte food writing, music coverage, and neighborhood reporting free. If you want to know where to eat this weekend or who's playing in NODA, that archive beats anything an algorithm will hand you. And nobody is adding to it after today. Go read it. Then think about who you actually pay for local coverage, because that turns out to be the whole story. That's CLT Daily for Tuesday, August 18th. I'm Steve Babulis. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same city. Until then, Charlotte, take care of each other.